Hey, what is going on, everybody? You are back with TheReal PG for another NBA player prop video for today, Friday, January the 20th. Before we get into the video, if I could please ask you guys to smash that like button. If you have not yet got subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button today for the most up-to-date information on player injuries, player line movement, and anything else in regards to today's slate. Before we get into the picks, guys, I got some incredibly exciting news. We're going to be dropping a new Thrive Fantasy promo today. And this promotion literally went insane when I ran it last time, so I'm hoping you guys are happy to have it back. So let's get into it. First link in the description section below is going to be to the free Discord. This is basically an extension of the YouTube, and it's about 1,000 some people deep right now, 24 hours a day, talking NBA, NFL, NHL, Thrive, Prizepicks, Underdog, you name it. Tons of value to be had here, guys. Come check it out on your own time. Definitely want to be here if you want updated information on what we have got from the YouTube, and then spent a few more hours updating throughout the day. You'll get those updates on here. Second one is going to be for the Patreon. So if you jump in, the Patreon will have two different tiers, a base tier and all access VIP tier. Both tiers get the same plays, only difference being a top tier VIP chat with access to me around the clock. You can to see all of my lineups throughout the day. I will deep dive research any player you ask as long as I have time. You get all of the props.cash cheat sheets, line to projection tools, all sorts of stuff like that comes with the top tier as well. So if that's something you're interested, come check it out. We have been incredibly hot again. You can check out the testimonial section to see how we've been doing lately. You're going to see my name an awful lot in here, as I have been absolutely crushing lately. This community is all about transparency, and along with all these wins, you don't only see that, you see all of my deposits and all of my withdrawals. You know, this isn't fake over here. These picks aren't being pulled off of Twitter. You know, this is the real deal over here, guys. Come check it out if it's something you feel you're interested in. Last link, Thrive Fantasy. Big news, like I said, guys. We are going back to the free Patreon promotion starting today. If you sign up as a new user, if you already signed up on Thrive with my code in the past, and you have gotten one of the other promos, whether it was free Patreon the first time or it was the second promo of cash back, Patreon for a day, a free roll tournament, and a drawing for a raffle for a jersey of your choice. We are back to the free Patreon is what's going to happen starting today through February 19th, a 30-day period. No matter when you sign up, February 19th will be your cutoff date for free Patreon. So if you sign up today, you will get 30 free days of Patreon. If you sign up 3 weeks from now, you're going to get 1 free week of Patreon. So the sooner you sign up, the better, guys. Is what you got to do. Sign up as a new user with my promo code, capital letters, PG. You need to deposit $20, minimum of $20. They will match your money up to 100%, up to $100. You can deposit as much as you would like, but you need to deposit $20 minimum to meet the requirements to get the free Patreon. So once you've signed up with promo code capital letters PG and you have deposited $20, you are going to go ahead and you're going to make a bet. And after you make a bet, a paid bet, $1 minimum all day, every day at Thrive. So just make a bet, and then at that point, head into the Discord and send me a DM letting me know, hey man, I've taken care of all the Thrive requirements. I will get you verified with Thrive, and as soon as I do, I will be adding you into the Patreon. So it is that simple, guys. Also, if you sign up as a new user, as well as the free Patreon, if you notice, you're going to have quite a few promotions going on here. Let's jump out of the NBA and go to we'll look at everything. So for the NBA, we've got, as a new user, you will get a LeBron free square, an SGA free square, a Saquon Barkley free square, a Dak Prescott free square. They have now added UFC also to Thrive. you will get this guy, whose name I cannot pronounce, as a free square as well. And as far as the NHL, we've got nothing currently. So we've got 2, 4, 5 free squares plus a free month of Patreon if you sign up today and deposit $20 with my promo code. Pretty awesome deal, guys. This is going to be running through February 19th. So from today, January the 20th, until February 19th, no matter when you sign up, February 19th will be your end date for the free Patreon. So again, sooner the better, guys. With that being said, get signed up. Don't miss out on this opportunity, and let's get into the plays. So I've got a couple. It's early. I wish I had these a little bit different than how they're posted. Some of them I like the points a lot, and I can't get just the straight points. So there's a lot of looks that are leans at this point, but we're going to get into a couple that I do feel pretty good about. So let's just do some scrolling real quick till I find who I'm trying to talk about. Or two people that I will talk about. All right, so first one we'll look at Steven Adams. And his points plus rebounds set at 20.5 today, guys. I do prefer the PRA, but it is not offered. I'm totally okay with the P plus R for a big. So the Lakers, as we know, have no defense, especially against bigs. We have watched everybody literally dominate them, as well as the Golden State Warriors being the other team that just gets killed by bigs. So let's dig into Steven Adams and his prop. Let's get into that game. So Memphis is going to be playing at home today against the Lakers. It is the all the stuff is down, it looks like. It is the highest total game on the slate at a 243 total with only a 7-point spread. So currently everything is down. So I will tell you, Steven Adams is minus 130 to the over, and he is about plus 110 to the under is my guess, plus 105. I don't remember what the exact under was, but he was minus 130 to the over on his PRA. Yes, this is P plus R, but his assists never really play a role. So let's dig into what Steven Adams has been doing lately at home. So last 6 games are pretty appealing stuff. These are home games. If we look at the overall games, he's been beasting out for the last 10. You know, he's had one bad game in there, and that was against Orlando, which I'm guessing he probably didn't see a ton of time because they blew him out. Is probably what happened. So ideally, I'd like to make this a first half play, which we will do over on the other site, but let's just dig right now. So we're looking at Steven Adams. This is his P plus R. I mean, the PRA looks the exact same, but when we do dig in on the other site with the first half PRA, that's something I am insanely interested in. Doesn't look much different than the full game PRA, to be honest. So yeah, if we take a look, he has not played the Lakers yet this year, it looks like. So let's jump in and see what he's done in the past, because I have yet to do this. It is only 12:45, and I have been super busy all morning. So Steven Adams game log versus the LA Lakers. Let's see what Steve-O's done. Oof. Well, the last time... Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense. I was going to say, man, these are some really deflating numbers, but last time you saw them, guys, was in 2021. Put up a total of 11 PRA. Game prior he saw him was also in 21, about 20 days prior. Put up a total of 19 PRA. We're looking at points plus rebounds, I guess. So he put up 17 points plus rebounds. In this game prior, he put up 30 points plus rebounds. That's a little better. This game prior, he put up 19. Prior to that, 25, 20, 28, and that was when he was with OKC. So since he's been with Memphis, he hasn't seen them in over 2 years. But if we look at the matchup that Steven Adams is going to have today, dig into the center And we'll be looking at points specifically first versus the LA Lakers, giving up 27.3 points per game to the center. They are also giving up 14.69 rebounds per game over the last 7, which puts them in about the middle of the league, towards the bottom of the league, actually, in the rebounds category. So the points by themselves are probably a better play, but Steve-O is going to get his rebounds regardless. If we dig into just the rebounds, what he's been doing at home, you see he's had nothing under 9 in the past 7 games, and he's at upwards of 20 twice. So let's count him for 9 rebounds, as that has been the low in the past month almost now. As of 12/27, the lowest he has gone is 9 rebounds at home. So 9 rebounds, and that would require then 12 points out of him today. Let's see what he's been doing at home for points lately, guys. He's been hitting 12 pretty much every game. 10, 11, 13, 11, 8, 13. So I don't see him with a matchup like this finding a way to fail without some serious foul trouble or a serious blowout. But honestly, I do think Steven Adams can probably knock out 20 points and rebounds in the first half. And maybe that's saying a little much, but I mean, if we look at his first halves for as far as PRA goes, or PR, I'm sorry, we should be looking at PR. He's been putting up, he's at an 18.5, a 14, a 15, so he's definitely capable of getting almost 20.5 points and rebounds in a half, guys. And this is against some other easy teams, Sacramento, San Antonio Spurs, and Phoenix. Teams that are not great against bigs. And you got the Twin Towers in Cleveland, and they stopped them. No shocker. No surprise at all there, guys. But when we look per props.cash, LA Lakers defense, points allowed, they're giving up 3rd most in the league, 4th most in the league. Rebounds allowed on the season, giving up the 4th most in the league as well. So over the last 7, they've really tightened up, it looks like, against the center. But as far as the rebounds go, again, this is not a concern of mine, as Steven Adams is just an absolute monster on the glass at home. If we look at the last 10, guys, this is first half rebounds. 13, 14, 8. Insane numbers this man is putting up at home. So let's hope that he goes out there and, he's had some good sleep, good rest. He's hitting the duck shots, and we get there. So I don't really see him failing in this spot. You could also look to Jaren Jackson Jr., as they're both in similar spots, but he does carry that foul upside or foul downside where he could pick up 2 early fouls and really ruin the whole game, definitely ruin a first half prop. But first play we're going to be looking at then is going to be Steve-O Adams over 20.5 points and rebounds. They do have Jaren available on here as well. I also have great interest in Desmond Bane, but only as the first half. I don't want this game to get out of hand. I do think the Lakers can keep this close, as it's a 7-point spread, but the possibility of Memphis just blowing the doors back and beating them by 35 is also very clearly in the picture. I'm very heavy on Morant today and his points, but I cannot get a straight point total. And since we're going to have to go to 2 teams anyways, we're going to just jump out. If you're a new user, you can just go ahead and take the Steve-O Adams and then go bang LeBron, and you got your 2-man. And then you can do the same thing with SGA, and the same thing with Dak, and with whoever else. You can match all these. You got plenty of free plays, plenty, guys. So let me keep digging and see if there's another one that I see off top that is a steal or should be able to be accomplished very easily. There's nothing that's just stupid value off rip that I'm looking at. There's going to be tons of value once I do a little more research throughout the day. But for right now, we're just going to leave it at Steven Adams and your free squares over here. More so wanted to drop the news about the Patreon and the promotion, as well as Thrive dropping UFC props and the 5 free squares that will also come to new users who sign up with my code, capital letters PG, and deposit $20 minimum. So yeah, with that being said, that's what's going to be going on at Thrive as of right now. If you do sign up for the Discord, it's free. You will get updates throughout the day on everything as I research. And let's head over to Prizepicks, guys. Apparently I lost my page for Prizepicks, so let's hop back in. Last night, let's see how it went. I'm going to just tell you now, it was incredibly disturbing. So our 2 misses were Gary Trent, 1 fantasy point short, and Joel Embiid, 1 point short. So this is what my night looked like, guys. Very, very disappointing stuff. Very disappointing stuff. Was upwards of an easy $1,000 night. Quickly ruined by 2 hooks. So that was what it was. It broke even on the night. Cool, is what it is. Let's get on with today and take a look at some props over here, guys. As you see, I have put in 2 slips only so far to verify that limited research I have been doing. But let's go ahead. We're going to throw in Luka first. Free square. Let's cash that one. That is a lock, guys. That is your one and only lock today. All right, so let's hop in. We're going to look at, again, Steven Adams. And we're going to be looking at his first half PRA today, guys. Jeez. So we're going to be... they did add fantasy points finally. I guess I'm not that interested, but we're going to be looking at the first half PRA. I don't think the first half points is any better. Nah, so it's the same thing. It's horse apiece, 4 out of the last 5. Let's take a look again what Steve-O's done. First half, again, this is all kind of irrelevant as it's years old as the most recent, but in the first half, he has had 2 points, 3 points, 8 points, 10 points, 2 points, 6 points, 8 points, 10 points, 2 points, 11, 11, 11. So the points have been there. You know, we only need 5, guys. Even in these games where he didn't do much of anything. He only took 1 shot in this game, took 2 shots in this game, and he was only a basket away from cash. So, I mean, the first half points is probably a superb look, especially considering when we look at the matchup again, guys, for the center points versus the Lakers, giving up 27.3 per game. We need 5 in the first half for Steve Adams, or if we decide we're going to go to the first half PRA like I think we should because of what we looked at, guys. When we looked at the first half, the rebounds and assists for the first half have been huge, you know? So for rebounds, we've seen, outside the last game against the Twin Towers, we've seen no less than 5 in the last 9, mostly averaging upwards of 6 rebounds and a half. So if he got 5 points and his 6 rebounds, that would put us on the hook. Let's see, is he getting an assist every game, every first half? Yeah, pretty much. You know, he's getting 1 at least in the last 5 out of the last 6 games, upwards of 3 in 2 of the last 3 games. So if we look at the overall first half PRA, he missed by just a hook against the Twin Towers in Cleveland. Outside of that, last 5 have been on a downward trajectory, which is a little concerning. But the matchup today is too good to look away from. So we are going to take Steven Adams on his first half PRA over here. We are going to stick in this first half PRA category, and we're going to look over to Desmond Bane and his 15.5 PRA for the first half. So if we look at Desmond Bane's matchup today, don't really remember how it was. We got the shooting guard versus the Lakers. Oh, look at that. Dead last over the last 7. That's pretty incredible. If we look at over the season, they're pretty middle of the road at 22.5. And when you look at it, yes, they were last in the NBA, but the difference was only 3 points. So there's not been a considerable jump. Just the other teams have made more considerable jumps. Let's look over the last 15. Right at the bottom again, guys. And see how it's funny how over the season, Cleveland jumps from, over the last 15, Cleveland jumps from the middle of the pack. The season, they're the most difficult team. So there's so much fluctuation, guys. And it not only also means that centers have had bad games against these guys, it could just mean they've seen some really bad centers lately. So that's another thing maybe, or shooting guards lately. So, I mean, we could look at this. Let's first look at Desmond Bane and his history versus the Lakers. Desmond Bane, game log versus LAL. So he's done some work on these guys. 23, 20, 23, 17, 4, 4, 3, 5 for rebounds, 3, 2, 3, 4 for assist. Let's go into first half only. And he has put up 13, 8, 10, and 12 points. What do we need for points? 9.5, right? 10.5 now. They upped it. Okay, so on the points for Desmond Bane, he has hit it in successfully in 1, 2 of the last 4, and hooked in 1, straight missed in 1. We're looking for 16 PRA last game against the Lakers, which was about 2 weeks ago. He hit exactly 16 PRA. He also had a steal, which would have got his fantasy points there. Notice he's had a steal actually in 5 of the 6 first halves he's played against the Lakers. That is pretty interesting considering he's only had 1 turnover maximum in all those games. So does Desmond have a first half fantasy point line today? He does. So he did come up short 1 game against Cleveland. Against San Antonio for the fantasy points. But like we said, we did see it's a 2-point jump, right? We get 3 points per steal and 1 point negative per turnover. Every single game so far that he has had a turnover, he's also had a steal. So he's gotten 3 points for the steal, -1 for the turnover. That's 2 points added to his PRA. Plus, for each assist and each rebound, you're getting an extra 0.5 for his assist and an extra 0.2 for rebounds in fantasy points. So let's just count this up. It would have been 13, 14, 15.4, because we got 2.2s, so 15.4, 16.9, 1.5 for an assist, 16.9, 19.9, 3 points for the steal, -1, 18.9 fantasy points. So he would have hit the line in the most recent game for points, for PRA, and for fantasy points. And this was, again, about 2 weeks ago, guys. So I do think he can have a repeat performance. Again, he hit the points a little more clearly than he did the PRA and the fantasy. But I think either way is fine. I will probably personally be doing a lineup with both, considering I already do have this lineup with the first half PRA. I'm going to use the points this time just to get different. And then let's also look at Ja Morant. So you notice I'm very heavy on this game, guys, and the reason for that is the total on this game is 243 points. Highest by over 10 points next to one other game on the slate. Every other game is at least 10 points lower, so I'm heavy on the action for this game. Not much I've seen on the Lakers side yet, so you could submit this 3-man very comfortably, I think. Some other looks you could look at would be Morant and his points today. You are, when you go full half, risking the possibility of a blowout, but if we take a look at this, Ja's hitting 3 of the last 5. He's put up at least 23 points in each game. And if we dig into what Ja has been doing, where did my props not cash go? There, that's where it went. Okay, so if we look at Ja Morant at home and his points, so Ja points full game. All right, so he has hit in 5 of the last 6. Missed the most recent game against Cleveland. Again, not a great matchup. Let's take a look at what he is facing for a matchup today versus the Lakers, according to this. And I want you to keep this in mind. So 27.14 fantasy, or 27.14 actual points per game over the season, right? Okay, so 27 points a game over the season. Let's look at the last 7. They're giving up the most in the league now at 33.13. So this is like a dream spot for Ja Morant. You really can't ask for much more than a point guard who loves to just eat the paint alive. There's no big men on the Lakers, and they give up 33 points per game. They give up almost 4 3-pointers per game, and they give up 55 fantasy points per game, guys. We need 27.5 out of Ja Morant tonight. I think he gets there. If we look back to Thrive again, I did see the points plus rebounds per line for Ja Morant, and if we do look at the lines here, we see that, the lines on here, that their rebounds are also top 7 in the league at just under a tick under 7 per game. So Ja's points plus assist, or points plus rebounds, might be a good look today over on Thrive as well. So let's see if that was there for sure. Ja Morant points plus rebounds. There we go. And they only have his rebounds down at 5, considering they're at 5.5, I believe, everywhere else. Let's take a look back on Prizepicks. Morant. Oh, it is at 5. Okay. So, and he's not been really hitting, but this game he has an amazing rebound matchup. Let's take a look at what he's been doing as far as rebounds at home. Lately, it's been a little rough, guys, not going to lie. So you're taking a chance here, but then again, when you're looking at offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds allowed to the point guard, and rebounds overall in general, green, real green, guys. It's a great matchup for Ja. Don't hesitate with this one unless you feel they're just going to blow the doors back and beat them by 30 and Ja sees no fourth quarter run, and in which case he could still possibly hit 28 points prior. Let's see what Ja has done full game and first half versus the Lakers. Last game, he only had 16 points. I think that was a little strange. I don't know what happened here. He only shot 9 shots. Very un-Ja-like to shoot 9 times in a game. So I'm not really sure what happened here. Games prior, though, 41 points, 40 points. Okay? Those were the most recent games in 2021. After that, we're dating back into 2020, where he had 22 and 27, hooking short in the one game. Again, let's look at the shots, though, over these games. The game that he missed most recently, he had 9 total field goal attempts. The game prior, 27. The game prior to that, 21, 18, and 16. And then he had 12, 11, and 8 free throw attempts, guys. So Ja's been hitting the line nonstop against the Lakers, eating up that paint, like I said. And tonight, it does not get any easier in the paint, really, than versus the Lakers. So let's go ahead and put Ja Morant in as our 4th and final play today. So we've got the Luka free square, Steve-O Adams over 11.5 PRA first half, Desmond Bane, we could take his points or PRA. Again, I'm taking points in this lineup because I've already submitted one with PRA. I am equally high on both plays. I feel like they're literally the exact same play. But we're going to run them both just because funny things do happen where somehow he might hit PRA and not points, or he'll hit the points and not PRA. It's possible, guys. It's possible. So this is our opportunity to run 3 Memphis players together without having to worry about losing with somebody from any other team because we got a free square, right? So let's take advantage of this, and hopefully Memphis gets the job done in LA tonight. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave you with those. Yesterday, like I said, with the 4 YouTube picks, we hooked short on Joel Embiid, swept everything else. The day prior, we swept. We're looking to keep it hot today. I'm assuming Luka is a 100% win rate for over 0.5 points, so we've got that one in the bag. So let's hope we can get Stevo Adams, Desmond Bane, and John Morant to do some work against these LA Lakers tonight, guys. Wish you the best of luck if you're tailing. Until the next one, make sure to get signed up at Thrive with my promo code, capital letters PG, deposit $20 or more, and get yourself a $1 or more bet made. Come over to Discord and let me know you've done it to claim your free Patreon, as well as getting your money matched 100% on deposit, as well as 5 free squares, guys. 5 of them. Not 1, but 5. Thrive is absolutely slapping right now. Don't miss out. Stop sleeping, guys. Until the next one, best of luck and peace.